Hello students, so today we are going over 7-5 factoring polynomials. But before we get into the new stuff, let's go ahead and review 7-3 and 7-4. So in those lessons, we learned how to multiply two binomials. So x plus 2 here and x minus 4. So we're going to use foiling to multiply those two binomials. So foiling is the first term, so x times x, that's x squared. And then next, x times negative 4, that's negative 4x. Next is 2 times x, that's a positive 2x. And after that, the last term's 2 times negative 4, which is negative 8. And we're going to combine like terms there. So it's going to be x squared. These two will make negative 2x minus 8. So this would be our answer, multiplying these two, and then you would get this. So in 7-5, if we're given this, can we go back to our original two factors? Can we go back to the two binomials that made this? So we're going to learn how to do that right now. So in our example, we're going to have x squared minus 3x minus 18. All right, so how do we factor this? So the first thing we want to do is we want to look at this number here. And we want to list each pair of numbers that multiply to this. Or, sorry, should have been an 18 here. All right, so now let's go ahead and list each pair of numbers that multiply up to negative 18. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a table right here. I'm just going to put negative 18 on top here because that's what we want to get. And I'm just going to make a bunch of spots for the pairs of factors. So for our negative 18, it's going to be negative 6 and 3 because negative 6 times 3 is negative 18. It could be 6 and negative 3 because 6 times negative 3 is negative 18. It could be 9 and negative 2 and negative 9 and 2 because both of those will multiply into negative 18. And lastly, it's going to be 18 and negative 1, negative 18 and 1. So all of those are the factors for negative 18, because if we multiply each one of these pairs, you're going to get negative 18. So next, we want to look at this number here. And we want to see which of those pairs will add to this. So which of these pairs over here that we listed will add up to this number right here, negative 3. So let's go ahead and just add each one over here and see which one will add up to negative 3. So negative 6 plus 3, that's negative 3. So we already found our first answer, but usually it might not be the first one you listed, so you might have to add each one of these until you get the answer. But this is the pair of factors that will multiply up to negative 18, that will also add up to negative 3. So when we write our answer, it's going to be like this. Remember, we're given this, we're trying to go back to these two things here. So we're going to write the two sets of parentheses. And then in the beginning of each parentheses in the front, we're going to put an x, just like they have here. Right here, we're going to put an x in front. And then we're going to put in both of these numbers here into the second part of our binomial. So x minus 6 and x, this is a positive 3, so plus 3. And then this would be the factored form of this. And if you wanted to check your answer, if you FOILed this, you're going to get back to your original answer. All right, so let's go ahead and do another example of that. So we have x squared. Let me think of one. minus 12 here, and b minus 4x here. All right, so first thing we want to do, we want to look at this number and list out the pairs of factors. So for negative 12, I'm going to make a bunch of these. All right, so first one is, let's do the obvious one, negative 12 and 1, and then 12 and negative 1. We got negative 4 and 3, and then 4 and negative 3. And then we got negative 6 and 2, and 6 and negative 2. So those are the pairs of factors. Now we want to look at this middle number here and see which one of these pairs will add up to negative 4. So let's go ahead and add each one of these. So negative 12 plus 1, that's negative 11. That's not going to work. 12 minus 1, that's a positive 11. Negative 3 or negative 4 plus 3, that's negative 1. 4 minus 3, that's 1. Negative 6 plus 2, that's negative 4. So we can stop there. So this is our matching pair here. Negative 6 times 2 is negative 12. Negative 6 plus 2 is negative 4. So make these parentheses, put an x here. The reason why we're putting an x here is because we have x's in our equation, so there's going to be x's there. And then just plug in these two numbers here. So minus 6, and then this is a positive 2 plus 2. So that would be your answer right there. All right, so next example, let's say we have multiple variables in our equation. So let's say we have x squared here, plus 15y squared, and plus 8xy. So let's say that is our equation here. We have x's and y's, but don't be afraid because it's just one extra step that you have to do. So again, let's list the factors of 15y squared. So here, 15y squared. So there's 15y and 3y, or no, not 15, 5y and 3y. Then there's going to be negative 5y and negative 3y, because negative 5 times negative 3 is a positive 15. And then there's 15 and 1, 15y and 1y, negative 15y and negative 1y. I think that should be it. Unless I'm missing something, but that should be it. So we're gonna figure out which one of those will add up to a positive 8. And again, let's just look at these numbers here. And the reason why we wrote y here is because we have a y squared here, but we're gonna just look at the coefficients to see which one adds up to this 8 here. Okay, so 5 plus 3. Oh, we're done. That's 8 right there. So this is our matching pair here. 5y times 3y is 15y squared, and then 5 plus 3 is 8, and that's where we get the 8 from. So let's go ahead and make our parentheses. Again, let's put x here because x is in front. And then let's go ahead and just put both of these into the second part. So plus 5y and plus 3y here. And then that would be our answer. And again, if we went ahead and FOILed these two binomials, we would get back to our original answer. So that's going to be it for 7-5, factoring polynomials. The homework is due, I think, on Sunday, so good luck on that. And if you have any questions, just make sure you email me, join the Zoom classroom, or just post your question on Google Classroom. All right, good luck on your homework.